Oh, it's looking a little bit different down here, isn't it? So what I've done, I wasn't happy with the amount of room I had. I didn't like the fact that I could see the sort of the floor blocks up here through the ceiling. So I've dropped it all down several levels. And interesting enough, I discovered that how the blocks move as well. So I was worried about if I dug these tanks out, would I lose some of the oil? Well, you don't. I'll show you. This is really cool. So first of all, you can dig them out and you pick them up like that. And then what you can do, if you put in an empty block, where's my empty tank? I can't see the damn things in my inventory. There we go. Watch the oil, the fuel rather. If I put this one in, sploosh, it falls down to the bottom. Isn't that good? So there you go. So all the tanks have been moved down one. And I now have my, this is really full, this one here. I now have my little power capsule here, which is starting to empty a little bit because we're using fuel. Oh, that's now stabilised. Sort of stabilised. Okay, maybe we're not using as much oil up there. So we're powering the machines as well. So you can see these ones here. Now, rather than the super power cables that transmit infinite RF, I might use those later. For now, I've got resonant flux ducts, which still transport a ridiculous amount of energy. 32,000 RF per tick. That's fine. I'm worried if I use the other ones, I'm just going to empty my storage too quickly. But we've got 4 resonant energy cells here with a gazillion amount of power in each one. And new power feeds into the bottom and power feeds at the top. Okay. What I've got here, so let's have a look here. That's actually turned the wrong way. It's a really minor point, but I'd like it turned the other way. Hold on. You're not going to turn. There you go. You turned around for me. Good job. The little screen. That's sort of the front. The front of the tank there. There we go. Right. And I've got the water tank here as well. So this is being fed by the Tesseract from the well, the other Tesseract, obviously, by the fluid. What do you call it? The aqueous accumulator over there. But this here, this is not a combustion engine, is it? I was about to build one. That's what I was going to do. See, I'm used to. I use the same things again and again and again. So I'm used to using Buildcraft engines. In fact, that's why I started when I started the mod pack. When I first started this mod pack, how many episodes ago? I was trying to look for Buildcraft pipes because that's what I'm used to using. It's what they're familiar with. I like to stick with things that I'm familiar with. And they weren't in here. They're in here now, but they weren't here then. And I was, I've got to use these fluid duct things. And then, it's all different. I don't like it. Well, I'm starting to learn them, and the other transport pipes as well. And I'm getting the hang of it. And while I was looking up the combustion engine, I was looking up, how much water I would need to cool them and all the rest of it. Double checking. And I thought, hold on a second. And I looked at these ones, the compression dynamos. And the only time I built them so far is in my jetpack. They're part of the jetpack. Now, the compression dynamos, well, they're just better than Buildcraft engines. That's it. It's as simple as that. They produce more energy from the fuel. So I've got one built here. And I think they're cheaper to build as well, quite frankly. And I've got them cooled here. So water's coming in from over there. I'm really going to bury this pipe a bit deeper, this fluid duct pipe. Bury them here. And these pipes carry more, these ducts carry more than Buildcraft pipes as well. I've got oil pumping in from here, and all we need to do is if I link this up like this, there you go. Power's going out. It's not building up. Oh, it's getting dark, isn't it? It's going into there very much. So I've not got the power. I've got to put more. I've got to pump the oil in. So we're going to keep the oil going in, and the power going out because of the demand. And I think when this is full, I think we'll be producing enough to keep ahead of the game. Now let me go and sleep 1 second, and I'll tell you about the next part. So we need another compression dynamo for the fuel one. There, we're going to put it here, and we'll have that feeding in as well. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I could just turn all this oil in a refinery into fuel. It'd make it more efficient. I'd get a lot more energy out of it. It'd take up less room. But I just like the idea of having 2 sources. It's fine. It's a feature. It's not a feature. What is it? It's just I like the look of it. I quite like the look of the big tank full of oil. It's fine. So what's it called again? It's a compression. There's different sorts of dynamo. Is that the one? Yeah, there's other sorts of dynamo as well, but this is the okay one for now. So we need this is the first thing with the redstone transmission coil. And I've only got a few bits of silver left. I've got an Argentum Queen. I don't know why she's not running. I think I made her with the intent of her running, and I've just gotten distracted by something else and not put her in the hive. She doesn't need to be really active, you know. Just producing a few silver nugs will be fine. That will be enough to keep us going. And this is it. It's really simple. It's not a very complicated recipe at all here. See if I remember. Did I remember all of it? So a redstone in there. And some more tin? Was that it? No, what have I done wrong? You big damn dummy, I don't like it. I've looked at it and I've not actually seen it. I've looked without seeing. All too common for me. There. And that's it. That's all we need. And this will run off the it'll run off the oil as well. Temperate fluid duct. Let's turn this around. Rotate. Have I got any? No, I've got none left. I have none left. I have none of the whatchamacallits thingies, you know, whatsits. I've got none of the whatsits. Do you understand? I have. Sorry, sanity levels are not good today. They're not very high. There we go. I need servos. That's what I need. And this will make 2 anyway. No, it's like this. Come on, you've made this enough time, Madge. You must remember now how to make the damn servos. Oh, I haven't got any normal glass. Can I put some? Can I put some normal glass in there? I don't know. Bit of basic maintenance going on here. Let's grind that up into more cobble. Let's put that in. There we go. Into more sand. So let's see if we can put other glass in there as well. I haven't really thought about it. This is clear glass. This is glass that's made. Yeah, there we go. This is glass that's made in the. You put sand in the Tinker's doodah. Don't actually put sand in the Tinker's doodah. He won't like it. He'll probably swear at you quite a lot. Where's the... Okay. Told you, sanity. Sanity is not a good thing today. There we go. Okay. Fuel goes in. Energy comes out. I said... Oh. Oh, I know why. I know why energy doesn't come out. The energy does come out. It's all going out. That's why you can't see it. So there you go. We now have sustainable power. Good. Cooling is fine. Energy goes fast. Fuel is fine. Oil is fine. I've got loads of more of the oily combs and everything upstairs as well. I've actually left by accident. It's filling up. Well, it's holding steady. Anyway. Is that going up? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. There's not a lot of demand up here. These things are running constant. These things are running right now. They actually run on and off a little bit. I found a lot of oily combs that I put in there recently. But otherwise they're just running off the occasional ones that are produced up here. There it goes. It goes. Into there. Are we going to see it? No. It's going to come over here. Yeah, it's gone again. Gone really fast. And the propolis is in there. And that's gone as well. And we've got a ton of honey drops. And in fact, I might make a tank for the honey then. Make a squeezer. And we have a tank full of honey as well. So are we finished for the power now? No, we haven't actually. There's something else I'm going to do. Whoa, I'm going to fall down a hole. Something else I'm going to do. So this was something I'd planned for a while, but it's also something that Azras pointed out to me. Thank you, Azras. You've been so good recently with the suggestion about the aqueous accumulator, and this also, even though it's something I was going to do, it forced me to go ahead and do it. So probably a little Star of the Week award for you, I think, is coming your way. Now, what it was I'm thinking of was the sappies. So we're getting all these sappies from the farm over here, and the apples as well. And I had already had a plan to turn the saplings, because they're not really doing anything. This is completely full over here. This is completely sustainable to how many saplings are being produced. Turn the saplings and the apples into biofuel. And then we can put the biofuel into here as well, so we can have another system pumping in. Now, biofuel is a bit more of a pain in the bum to produce. And there's a number of sources we can go from. We can go from things like cactus, and we can go from sugarcane, and we can go from saplings. But if we do a bit of pre-processing, it will actually help with the amount of energy. By the way, it won't actually come from apples. Although apples will make a brilliant biofuel, which I think is another name for ethanol, essentially. Although you can obviously make some lovely ethanol out of apples in the form of cider or various other very, very strong alcohols as well. You can make out of this. The apples aren't used directly as biofuel, but I'll show you what we do when we get to that. But we've got to do a bit of pre-processing. We've got to pump these things out of here and get them across. Now, however, we've got to be careful, because these are jabber barrels. These are in line with the feed into here. So if I simply start pumping, oh, we're starting to collect saplings. Look, the chest's finally full. What good timing. Actually, how did that get through? That shouldn't be in here. It's not full yet. Or is it full? Are these not the same? I don't know. Maybe it's not an apple oak sapling. Maybe it's like a related to apple oak, but it's not actually apple oak. It's like a slightly different variant. Yeah, this lot went in. It's just this one's a different one for some reason. Must have had a bit of breeding going on, I think, with the bees. Anyway, distracted. If we simply pump out of here and we empty these jabber barrels, then anything coming out of the farm will pop into here because it's empty. So we can't simply do that. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to isolate these, and then we're going to pump everything into the box. So this will be right now it's taking up excess wood. Well, not excess wood. It would take up excess wood, and it's taking up the sand. Oh, sand. That's being produced when the occasional dirt gets used up. So there you go. By the way, our entire stack of dirt has been used up in the farm as it gets slowly depleted by the system. That's the way it goes. But I've got a lot more dirt. It's fine. We're fine for now. Anyway, so I think what we'll do, we'll use this chest over here as a stop point, and then we'll have some more. I mean, there's already a lot of inlets and outlets to this chest, but what we'll do is we'll work it so that with one of these we'll also pump out just the apple oak sappies and the apples over this way towards the machines that need to process them. So let me start to work on that, and then I will bring you back to show you what I've done. Okay, I think I've got it now working. Let's find out. I haven't tested this yet. Okay, so first of all, these guys are now isolated. So at some point I've got to carry these things across to the other side, but we'll do that later. That's not a problem. So the pipes are now bypass. They go into the chest here, so that all the saplings and the apples should go into there. But then I've got the tesseract sitting outside, one of the spare tesseracts. Because I thought about piping it all across. I've actually bought a platform out in the basement, the basement of power, across over to this way, so I could have gone straight down. But rather than using loads of pipes, I've got some tesseracts. Let's use them. So yeah, it's connecting all the way over here. Down we go, down we go. Ooh, here we go. Right, and this is the tesseract here, and it feeds into this chest. Now we've had a minor setback, which is that the best way to do this is you use. I probably mentioned this in a previous video, but or early on in this video, but I've done a lot of stopping and starting and editing and things since then. But anyway, essentially, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but the saplings, you compress them in an automated drafting table just into plant balls, and then plant balls you put in probably a compressor of some sort into compressed plant balls, and then you put them in the reactor. But there's no compressed plant balls in this mod pack. I don't know why. Maybe they've taken it out. Maybe it's considered a bit cheaty. Whatever. I'm not worried. I'm not going to convey myself too much. I did have a bit of a stress that maybe there was no biofuel in here either, but there is. So the saplings and the apples end up in here. Okay. Now it looks complicated, but it isn't really. Maybe it doesn't look complicated. It looks a bit complicated to me after I came back down to it. This is a squeezer. We know squeezers. We've used them before over there for the combs. So out of this one here. Out of this white list, we've got the apples come into here, and they get squeezed into apple juice, which goes into this big tank here. There's a little tiny bit splodging there. There we go. Then the apple juice comes back out of the tank into here. Now, are you filling up with apple juice? Oh, a little tiny bit in there. Fruit juice. So it's fruit juice. It's not apple juice, it's fruit juice. I am sorry. That water's getting a bit low. I'm just checking the other tanks. So that's gone down a bit. Anyway. Actually, I'm going to go and sleep because my power drain is a little bit higher at night time. Okay, so as the squeezer works, not only does it make apples into apple juice, it also produces occasionally mulch, which I guess is the cellulosic lumps and bits of fibrous stuff from the apple. So that goes in here. And this is needed as like a catalyst into the fermenter. So fruit juice goes out, fruit juice comes from the tank back into here again. So this plus should be saplings, should give us biomass. So there's not they get named in various different packs and they get renamed in various ways. Let's use one lot up. There we go. It also says short. What does it say? Short mead. Is it the same thing? Whatever. What does this say? Missing resources. Oh, I know. I need the juice in there. Whatever. Anyway, so the biofuel and biomass gets called different things in different packs. So it's ethanol, so it's biomass. They're all not quite the same, but this is going to be biomass. Biofuel is pretty better, but I can't make the bioreactor yet because it requires plastics, and I haven't made the bees that give me rubber and things like that yet. Later on, I will do. But for now, this is a good starting method. So the mulch comes down to here, the juice comes in, and then the sapling should come down through here as well. So what we should get in here, if I turn all these on, well, it's going to take a while for the squeezer to start working. That's working, okay. We should start to get apples are in there being squeezed. There's the mulch. Mulch is going through. Fruit juice is going into here. They call it fruit juice rather than apple juice because there's many other sorts of fruits you can squeeze as well. Here's the fruit juice going into here. It should be. Oh, no, that one's not powered. That one's not powered. Okay, we'll do that as well. Hold on. Here's the great big platform, by the way. But I'm sort of underneath the other warehouse over there. Oh, I'm missing some cobble. By the way, power cables. These ones are the resonant flux ducts that I've got running here. I'll cover this up soon, by the way. I've now got a second compressor working over here for the oil. And I'm using these ones here because, and up here as well, because these sort of machines, they will use as much power as you can give them to do things faster. But I don't really need these to work, the centrifuge and things to work really fast, because they're only getting the occasional comb coming down from the bees. So it's not really necessary. You are working, aren't you guys? You are. So I've used lower level delivery. In fact, I might drop them down another one, actually. I might drop them down to, these are the 800 tick, I think? 800 RFP tick. I've got some leadstone ones which are even lower. I could use those as well. That would, have a quick glug of my apple juice. Fresh apple juice, not the industrial stuff down there. What was I doing? I'm distracted. Cobble. That's it, cobble. Yeah, so I've been changing out some of the cables because I don't think they need that big a demand. That might help a little bit. But my system isn't completely connected up to it. For example, this one up here, this isn't. Well, I've been making more tanks and using obsidian. I've been draining this hardened energy cell completely because it's not linked up to this main network. But I'm going to have a main cable like this, I think, for some of the more powerful things. I'll probably drop. Well, I don't know about this one. I might drop down as well. Doesn't mean it needs to be a powerful cable through it. I might move the bees. I'm not sure. Because the idea was that the spare energy from the solar panels would come down, but these are only low solar panels. I don't know. I'll deal with it later. It's still got a work in progress, and I'm still sorting things out. I'm getting the machines working first. Then we'll pretty it up and move things around. Cobble. I had to change the cobble into my usual small cobblestone bricky things. Right. Oh, a bit laggy. Bit laggy. So I need to turn this on to get the juice out. Let's have a lever. Oh, by the way, Azarus, you mentioned about changing the GUI on these servos so that you don't need to. Oh, I didn't do it. So you don't need to put a redstone signal in to make them work. That's unfortunately not possible. So it's a good idea, but there's no GUI. Oh no, you're right. There is. Ah, I didn't see that before. You're right, friend. I was about to say no, you were wrong, and you don't need to. But you're right. Actually, I will. But saying that, not to be bloody minded, but I will leave it on just because I like to have a bit of control. So I like to be able to dead stop some of these things, if possible. Yeah, if I can turn them all off. So there you go. That's my reason. I mean it. I'm serious. I'm not being a pest. Yes. So maybe I am. Is that feeding out of there? No, it's not. That one's not turned on. There we go. Juice is coming out. Yeah, I like to have a bit of control over my systems. My not my brain, obviously, but my equipment systems, because that way, oh, here it comes. That way I can turn things off if I get in a panic. You know, suddenly everything's off. Biomass. So this is about as far as we can go for now. Actually, over here you can see biomass. There's the biofuel, but I need to. Yeah, I need to use a bottler. No, that's not what I want. Bioreactor. So basically, any biological material goes into here. I'm not sure what the bioreactor needs, but I can't make one yet because. Oh. So this has got plastics in there. See, what's this? Oh, it's another one. I'm not sure what the difference between these two are. Oh, no, it's just a generator. It uses the biofuel. Okay, well, that's fine. We should be able to use the... He says, hopingly. We should be able to use the compressor to make the biofuel. So we're going to pump this biofuel out. That's what we're going to do. So, and I've got to move the other saplings over here. So we'll have another tank here. Let's clear these off. Subject to requirements. Not sure to make this a room down here or to have it like it closed up to the ceiling or have windows out over the void. Don't know. I'll decide later. The should never be too keen to do your decorations in case you have to rip them all down. And I have another tank over here with the biofuel in it, and we'll pump into the tank, and then we'll have some more compression dynamos feeding power into here. Is the plan. So what should happen is this should slowly tick over. As apples come down, they get juiced, and we'll put through the mass of apples we've got up there, and the saplings. Because right now nothing's going to happen because the saplings are going in. We've got loads of saplings. We haven't got much juice, but it's a backup system. It's not that important. But I must replace this as well. I've took the tesseract down. This is the one that connects to the water source. Over there, I was using it to make. Well, I might need it actually. I'll show you what I was doing up here again. I don't think I showed you this before. I'm making enough open block tanks. I've got none on me. So this is 1, 2, 3, 15 tanks. 15 tanks. So I need 15. 2 at a time. So I might have some obsidian in here. I've got 4. Okay. So what I do is just for now. I've been putting the tesseract down here, and that pumps water in, and I've got lava producing the fuel. Actually, that's something else as well. Do I need... Okay, something else we've dodged, though. One thing we have dodged by using the dynamos. I said they were better than the combustion engines. They're also better than the biogas engines, which is what I would normally have defaulted to. I've got 11 tanks here, like I've nearly got enough. What I'd normally have defaulted to process biofuel or things like that, which is... hold on. Tank. The walls of the tank. Oh, this one here. Yeah, normally I'd use the biogas. The problem with the biogas engines, just biofuel, they make it as difficult as possible. So, one of the reasons, I didn't say, but one of the reasons you're using apple juice, if I hadn't mentioned before, is because let's get the right place here. Here? Is it about here? I want to put it on. here. Is that about right? Is that all lined up? How did I space the other one? It's spaced to the corner of this hole here. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, so you can put various different components into here. You don't have to put in trees, you can put saplings, you can put other things in, and you also put other things up and the fruit juice in. So you can put honey in there, or water in there. And the downside to that, if you use something like water, is that you need... Actually, I might be talking nonsense here. Let me just have a think. I know with one of the engines you have to keep the engine warm. So if it stops-starts like these ones over here are doing, the combustion engines use up water to cool themselves down. And with the biogas engines, what happens is that they need a kickstart again. And the way you do that is you put lava into them. So if I was using the biogas engines, I'd have to use lava. I'd have a lava source in there as well. Oh, I've not had enough. Which thankfully I don't have to do. Well, that's loads. Enough already. No, stop it. Back to cobble again. Okay. Yeah, I'd have to have lava going in there as well. Now, I seem to remember there was something with the fermenter as well to do with using heat or lava. Can't remember. There's something about if you use water. Let me just check on what the problem was. Okay, so the problem with using water is it's not about heating for actually producing the biomass. The problem is that if you use water, you just get less fuel out. There's a modifier to how much fuel you get back based upon the material you use. So using honey or fruit juices is superior, which is why I'm doing it. But of course I can put in... Is that full? Are they all full? It's hard to see the damn things. It's all full now, I think. So we'll put the biofuel into here, like that. And I guess we'll have the engines over here, maybe feeding out. Let's have I got another? I've got another servo here. Here we go. And we'll have this one on. We will have this one on. There you go. There you go, Azus. We've got one. We've got one going through. Lovely biofuel. Lovely green stinky biofuel. So there you go. So we're nearly there. So I'll put a compression dynamo down on here. And then we'll have loads of power coming in. And I'll do some putting up later. But I've had enough of this for a while. It's good fun. Bit of variety doing this. Oh, again, put this down before I forget. But I need to go and do some bee stuff now. And that means heading more towards the Vaz bees, as my little interlude earlier, my lewd interlude indicated. Where's the pipe? Oh, the pipe's still upstairs. And I've got some other things that I've done in the meantime as well. I've been doing off screen some other types of bees. Nothing super. I mean, I've got, for example, I've got the Argentum bees. The silver bees are now working. I've got those over there because I was using the silver for the compression dynamos. You're working again. Fill that back up again. That's all working. Yeah, the compression dynamos and some lapis bees and other things as well. But I'm going to go and have a break, and I'll let you know what I've been doing.